Make a short video after shooting skeet at the weekend and thinking about how the conditions and even the speed of the targets makes a difference to how you shoot, and how I thought about that particular scenario. And what I'm thinking is the 80-20 rule could be applied. So 20% of the effort gets you 80% of the way. So 80% of the way, in my mind, is that you're in a position to shoot, you have a gun that fits you, you have suitable ammunition and chokes, etc., and the conditions are okay for shooting, and not ideal, but okay. But the last 20%, which is making really good kills, takes 80% of the work. And the 80% of the work is getting the gun into the position that you need to be able to make a clean kill. So what I mean by that, when conditions are moving clays up and down from the line of flight, from the expected line of flight, it makes it increasingly difficult to think about how you're going to approach that. And there's lots of different methods you can use to shoot the birds that are doing that. I mean, swing through is very popular because you can see the line of flight changing, or the speed changing, etc. But the two key principles to keep it working in conditions that are variable is, one, you need to have the gun below the target. If it's a reasonably flat line of flight, that's not too difficult. But if it's rising or it's falling, and then the direction is being changed with wind, either pushing it up and slowing it, or pushing it down and maybe driving it faster, you still need to get the gun below the target, and that amount is usually just above the pip, unless it's a dropping bird, in which case you're shooting it, you're giving it lead. But that's not what I'm talking about. If the target's below your barrel, even though some of the shot will be below it, you're diminishing chances of actually making contact. And the other thing, you've still got to be in front. So despite all the target variations, you've still got to lead the bird, even by a small amount. So you make the contact and you've got to get ahead. It might be just to the left or just to the right of the clay, but you've got to get ahead of it. And those two pieces of advice are the things that improve your kill rate. Even in normal conditions, that's the 80% of the hard work, placing that shot consistently where it needs to be to make a good hit on the target. And although it sounds really a bit noddy, because it's literally so obvious, in practice it's not as easy as it sounds. You do need to get the gun under the target when the direction is changing quickly. One, if it's below, you can't see it, and two, as I've said, the shot pattern's not going to reach it. Below a few inches, it will be out of the shot pattern if it's dropping quickly. So keep your gun under the target, and keep the lead. Don't stop moving the gun. It might not be a lot of lead, or it might be quite a lot, but you do need to shoot in front of it. If you can apply those two, your hit rates are going to start picking up, and that's where the 80% for the last 20% of the results comes from, that consistency. So anyway, those are my thoughts. You take them and do what you want with them as you will, but yeah, good luck.